Now, you've been at this the third year.
Third year.
It's quite a struggle to try to get the funding to put this together. When you have a lot of these wounded warriors coming home and other going out and seeing what they can do, how do you get the fundraising? How do you do this? What can we do to help?
It's all about word of mouth, spreading the news about what we're doing, what our mission and our cause is, trying to get people to understand that there is a need for a competition. People that are missing limbs or living with limb loss or limb disabilities of any sort, they need to feel like there's a place they can go and compete. And for one, win prizes, two, win money. There's no event like this. There's nothing like this out there. And we've decided that the Extremity Games wants to be that organization that brings the competition to the people that want it. The other thing is trying to make sure that we have a clinical side, an educational side, to make sure that people can come to these events and learn. Right. They can see them out there riding dirt bikes. They can see them on the wakeboards. They can see them in the cages. And we teach them how to do it by clinics. And the Wounded Warriors are a big part of this, because you got to remember, these guys are young guys going out there. They don't just work for the military. They have other sports that they're involved in, and when they get blown up or they lose a limb, they come back and they want to know there's something they can do to get back into it.
And that's great that you show these extreme sports that they're going to get out and do wall climbing.
Wall climbing,
they can do that water skiing, the whole thing that you do.
We have rock climbing, BMX, mountain biking, kayaking, motocross. Last year we had surfing. I mean, it's pretty incredible what we were able to pull people.
And now you've opened it up to a little bit more than just that.
Yes, this is all about disabilities.
Yeah, all disabilities.
Right. This started out as we were thinking we needed an amputee event.
Right.
But what we found is that there are so many people that are living with limb loss or limb difference, we call it. Where, what's the difference? The difference is it worked before, now it doesn't. Or I was born with one that didn't quite work like everybody else's.
Right.
So we set up a criteria.
Right.
Basically, if you have the ability to grip, then you don't qualify.
Yeah.
You can't qualify for these games.
Right.
If you have the ability to stand on a lever arm, you don't qualify.
Right.
So basically, those are the two criterias. You can't grip at least with one arm, and you can't stand at least with one.
I'm with A.J. Filippis from the Wright & Filippis Company here, one of the sponsors here, and being on the board of the games here, right?
Yes, I am, Roger. You know, I stepped in, actually, as many of you know, we lost Ken Woodward last year. Ken was very instrumental, I think, in getting us involved in the games. He was obviously pivotal in our prosthetics at Wright & Filippis. We lost Ken unexpectedly. Ken was with Wright & Filippis for 49 years. And
his dad was there before him.
That's right. His father competed in one of the first, I saw an article of the Michigan Amputee Golf Association, and he competed in 1958, and the amputee won it in 1958.
Oh, wow.
Bob Woodward. So, you know, I stepped in because I felt like this is something that needs to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great event. Now, you know, the Extremity Games, which is sponsored by the Extremity Games Network, is actually the event name. And we got a lot of athletes from all over the country, from all over the world. We got a guy here from Brazil to race motocross today. That's right. It's all about, obviously, you know, we enjoy the prosthetic part of it, but seeing people return to an active lifestyle is what's going to improve their life in general, overall life. And that's what we want to do, you know, because if we keep them healthier, their healthcare costs are actually lower. You know, they can say, what are these guys doing out here? They're crazy, they're racing and stuff. But because of their lifestyle, an active lifestyle, their health care is going to be reduced overall.
Sure. Tell me a little bit about U.S.A. Sports. What an organization.
Well, you know, I've been with Disabled Sports USA now for almost 40 years, since I lost my leg in Vietnam. And we've seen a lot of progress in the field of sports, from just skiing to 16 to 20 different sports now. But the Extremity Games really are an example of helping our athletes to push the envelope, to take it another step further, if you will, and to really test their skills and their prostheses and their artificial devices. And this event, you know, to me is a pioneering event because it allows us to find out how far we can go with our skills and the technology. And these young athletes are doing such an incredible job doing that. And we're very proud Disabled Sports USA to help sponsor, along with Trijicon, the Wounded Warriors who are here today to learn this sport and to test themselves and to get back into life. They've come out of the hospital, they get to come up here in the sunshine and the fresh air and learn to skateboard and BMX biking. It's going to be great.
And you didn't have anything like that when you come home today?
We had nothing like that when we came home. The Wounded Warrior Disabled Sports Project was designed to provide some services that did not exist when Vietnam vets like myself came back. And we're really glad to be able to do that.
Well, what else does U.S.A. Sports do?
Well, Disabled Sports USA is a nationwide network of 93 community chapters. Michigan Adaptive Sports, Adaptive Adventures are helping with this event. And we provide over 20 different sports now, year-round, summer and winter, for people with physical disabilities. And we're a member of the U.S. Olympic Committee as well.
All right, and you help with the veteran games.
We help the disabled veterans who have been severely wounded in Iraq and Afghanistan get back into life by offering them sports program just as soon as they can move again and getting them early. And we've been doing that now for 5 years. Disabled Sports USA started this in 2003 when the war in Iraq was declared. And we've now served over 1,700 of the severely wounded and their family members with free services, no matter what they want to do, golf, cycling, rock climbing, we get them out there doing it.
We work to provide sporting opportunities for severely wounded service members as an extension of their rehab. So we try to get them when they're in the hospital setting and then extend it into when they get reassigned, when they become a civilian, if they're going to school, if they have a new job. We really want to make it a lifestyle change.
You're right there for them.
Yeah.
When they come back from service or out of the war back here, they know where do they go?
Well,
U.S.A. Sports.
Exactly, and so many come back with with amputations, with spinal cord injuries, and they were active before their injury, and a lot of them just think that they're done, that they can't be as active as they were. So we're kind of there to tell them, show them the sports they can do, show them how they can do them with adaptive equipment, give them adaptive instruction, and we take them on events around the country. We do about 70 events right now, nationwide.
Oh, wow, you're all over.
Instruction, equipment, lodging, air transportation, all of that's provided for free.
Oh, wow. How long has U.S.A. Sports been around?
This is our 41st year. DSUSA started as a ski club. It was formed by Vietnam veterans who, had injuries and wanted to get back into sports, and so it just kind of grew and grew and grew, and now we're at 93 chapters nationwide.
That's great.
All different sports, anything from cycling to snow skiing to water skiing to, you name it, we do it.
Oh boy, I'm excited to be here. This is such a great event. Todd Sally came to me. He was on the board of Extremity EEN, the Extremity Events Network, which hosts the Extremity Games. And he just approached me as a sponsorship, and when he showed me all the information, I said, absolutely willing to be a sponsor, but how else can I be involved? And at that point, they were trying to expand the board of directors and trying to get more industry people involved. And yes, they asked me to serve on the board, and I gladly volunteered, and I've been suckered in ever since.
I don't know. I tell you, you're talking about having a lot of wounded warriors here. Yeah. Come out here and do it. And you got a son that's over there today.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, Ryan's a lieutenant in the Marine Infantry, and he's stuck in the middle of Ramadi, out in the, about 150 miles west of Ramadi, out in the middle of the desert. Yeah. And he's doing fine. He's got 39 boys with him, and they're patrolling 3 towns and training the police departments there and trying to keep the kids busy so they don't build bombs. Right. Basically his mission.
And it's great to see you get involved in Easter Seals, realize that, we work with, people think Easter Seals is kids. We're not kids. We're everybody, right?
We do it all. We have all ages, all disabilities. And what's exciting about this is this is not a pity party. These guys are top-notch athletes. Yeah. In fact, I'm pitting myself right now.
Easter Seals, their mission is to work with children and adults with disabilities. And so with the Extremity Games, here we are working with extreme sports and people with limb loss, limb difference, and amputees and everything in between. So we're really excited to be a part of it.
Right, and I think part of the thing with Easter Seals over here, people think, well, it's little kids. It's not. We do seniors, adults, and now you got these amputees coming over from the war and so many things going on that here we are going to be helping out to let the country know that we have programs for them.
And Easter Seals is very supportive of it, and I think this is one step in really letting people know that we're really out there promoting, especially the Wounded Warriors, that we're there to support them as well and everything.
And I think that seeing these games here is going to be eye-opening for a lot of people with belong to the Easter Seals family around the country to see that, my gosh, these kids grow up and they come into, you know, other things that they do in their lives.
I think so too. I think that really the Extremity Games is an eye-opening experience for anybody, whether you are a spectator, a parent of a child who has lost a limb. It's really an amazing event to show people and to showcase athletes' abilities.